Hello friends, it's Wendy Rule here, and I would like to just say hi and share some thoughts and a song in honour of our upcoming Aries Full Moon this Thursday, October 17th. And it's extra powerful because it is a supermoon. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, so it carries a sense of like new beginning, the bright fresh spark. It's a fire sign, it's cardinal fire, so fire that likes to begin things, that initial spark that sets things in motion. Aries is opposite the sign of Libra on the wheel of the zodiac, and the full moon is always opposite the sun. So at the moment the sun is in the sign of Libra, full moon in Aries. So you've got that beautiful polarity of that Aries energy that follows on from Pisces, which is all about merging into the great dream sea. Then Aries comes along and is that sense of individual spark that emerges out of that collective and says, here I am, me, as an individual, as a singular entity. Here I am. I always picture that Aries, leaping forward with a single flaming torch saying, follow me. I've got something worthwhile going on here, follow me. And being that enthusiastic rush of new beginning. But of course that carries with it a sort of impetuous energy that's a little reckless as well. In Greek mythology, the planet that we currently call Mars was known to the Greeks, is still known to the Greeks as Aries, A-R-E-S. And so Aries rules the sign of Aries, A-R-I-E-S. Aries, the god, is a god of war and was not particularly a very well-liked god. He was respected because it can bring chaos. War is chaos, as we know right now. So, this full moon is very potent too because there's a lot going on. Like I saw that comet in the sky last night. There's a lot of big energy. I saw the Northern Lights here at 35 degrees latitude. It's crazy. In New Mexico, Northern Lights blazing up the sky. There's all this energy, and I think some of it's really positive. A comet and Northern Lights and all this other stuff isn't so positive at the moment. It's horrible. War, the terrible and destructive hurricanes that have ripped through the southeast of the United States. There's a lot of heavy shit going on. So we need to really keep our grounding with this full moon. We really need to find our anchor within it all and not just add to the fuel and chaos of this moment. We need to focus our energy. On my altar here, I've got, a wand, and the wand represents the energies and holds more than represents the energies of fire on the altar. And it's that wand of precise, directed laser vision. It's like an extension of our index fingers, and I'll point it over here rather than you. So this Aries energy helps us to focus our will, our divine will, that single flame that exists within us, which is the flame of our own divinity. So we want to be tempering that Aries fire with a bit of the opposite energy of that Libra, that balance of Libra, which is ruled by Aphrodite, goddess of love, and temper that fire so we make sure that it is being directed lovingly and peacefully rather than chaotically. So big times. So I think it's extra important that you put aside a little bit of time this full moon for some grounding and light a candle and gaze into it and look at that relationship between the source of its fuel, the candle wax, and that bright flame that comes. And as that flame is burning, it's diminishing that fuel. So making sure that you are refueling yourself, staying grounded, making sure you have something to keep that flame steady. I'm going to sing this song. It is called 1,000 Ways to Start a Fire. It's from my Meadowlark album. When I was writing this, I was thinking about creativity, I was yearning for that one spark to get things moving. But really this applies to everything in life. Aries energy helps us to overcome inertia. So it helps us to move out of that stagnant energy and go, here I am, I'm doing this thing, I'm taking the first step. It's the just do it kind of attitude. The Romans equated the Greek god Aries with the Roman god Mars, and there are great similarities. Mars is a war god as well. But Mars is also a vegetation god, and I think that that's a really good way of thinking about channeling this Aries energy too. Mars is that energy within the new stalk of grass or wheat or anything, that plant energy that pushes things up through the soil. Because in the northern hemisphere, when the sun moves into Aries, that marks the spring equinox. Now we're 6 months opposite because the moon is exactly opposite the sun, and it's now the autumn equinox. The Aries full moon is always the first full moon after the autumn equinox. So I've got all my autumn stuff up here, on my altars at the moment. But that Mars energy is that fresh green shoot, that sense of hope returning after winter that goes, here I am, in a very joyful way as well. So we can channel that bright flame of like, where am I going to put this flame of raw, passionate, creative exuberance? Where's that going to play out in my life right now? How can I direct it? Because when fire is misused, that's when we do get the horrors of war. That's when we do get countries talking about firepower. The real power of a fire is in our hearth, our ability to transform food, to bring light, to bring warmth. That's firepower to me, hearth and home, the Hestia. Just things to think about over this full moon. I'm going to be in an aeroplane on this full moon, winging my way to Australia. I leave on Wednesday here in the States and arrive on Friday in Melbourne, the way that time and long flights work. So I'll be up in the air during the moment of the full moon, which is pretty exciting. Yeah, hope I get a good view. All right, here we go. 1,000 ways to start a fire. Check out my website with all of my dates for my Aussie tour, Perth, South Australia and Victoria. And I'm also running a really interesting workshop. It's called The Magical Voice, and I'm exploring all different ways that we can use our voice, spoken word, singing, chanting, to become a channel for that divine energy and use our voice in ritual, magical practice, and also just every day to recognize that our word is our wand, and that we are creating our reality by what we say and how we say it and sing it. Okay, here we go. Lost on a sea of changes, sailing a stolen boat, everything rearranges, trying to stay afloat, scanning a far horizon, trying to find some land, lost in a way that I just don't understand. I feel like I've lost my fire, nursing a single spark, lit with a pale desire, flickering in the dark, trying to light my ember, trying to find my song, fearing I can't remember I belong. 1,000 ways to start a fire, I just need one, searching for something to inspire, to light up the sun. myself upside down, feet to the holy scant, head to the sacred ground. Here I will find my center, hang from the living tree, wait for the light to enter and fill me and fill me and fill me. 1,000 ways to start a fire, I just need one, searching for something to inspire, to light up the sun. One way to dive below the surface rather than fall. One way to know that there's a purpose. Oh, to it all, to it all, to it all. One way to shine like I'm a diamond. One way to thrive. One way to know that I am truly alive. I'm alive, I'm alive, I'm alive. 1,000 ways to start a fire. 1,000 ways to start a fire. 1,000 ways to start a fire. So yeah, please check out my website. If you would like a more in-depth ritual in honor of this Aries full moon, then head over to my Patreon, and I've just recorded a full concert of songs all about this Aries full moon. You can join for $3 a month. You can even just do the 7-day free trial and check it out and see the concert. And that's what gives me the freedom to be able to spend time doing videos like this. So wishing you a really, really wonderful full moon. Remember to just really, like, we can talk about the symbolism of fire and all that, but just spend some time around fire. You know, this, you can't really see that flame so well here, but there it is. That just actually spend some time gazing into a fire and remembering that that fire is sunlight. It's fire in the heart of Earth's belly. It's starlight, and it's also the fire in our own hearts. You know, the cauldron of our own hearts, that spark of our own divinity, that we are part of this great cosmos, the spark of our true will, of our focus, you know, our magic. So wishing you a very, very powerful, wonderful full moon. Please enjoy it, and I'll see you hopefully over at Patreon, maybe in person at one of my Aussie shows. Blessed be.